What's up, party people? Unannounced live today because we need to have a little chatty chat. And you didn't think I was going to go a day without checking your asses or keeping you in line, did you? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because what kind of bestie abandons you when it's the weekend? Not me. Not me. Okay, so hey Taylor, you said hey. Oh, hey again. Hold on, guys. I learned this on a video. It's tea. Hey user. So I didn't even introduce myself. I got all carried away and shit. My name is Jen. I'm your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption to work in your favor. I already know that sounds good to you. Yeah, it's tea. I already know that sounds good to you. So click that follow button or subscribe button wherever you're watching from. Also, if you're interested in having me manifest for you or you want one-on-one coaching with me, I'm good at it. It's a superpower of mine. If she wants to watch, sure, Sammy can watch when I give a shit for. I hope she does. She might learn a couple things. Yes, I said it. So anyway, hey user, Sarah. So I manifested my SP back from no contact to fully living with me in a matter of 4 weeks. So I'm here to help you do the same. In fact, I told my people today, we had a live event today where we released the negative emotions, and I'm going to pull out all the stops if you're in my community. That I got your back, bitch. I said it. Yes, I know. Welcome to Mo. So if you're in my WhatsApp community, I am going to be doing some techniques for members only. Okay, where I made a commitment today because my whole background is the subconscious mind. I know exactly how it works. And so I'm going to be doing techniques. I made a commitment that I will stop at nothing for you guys to get your SPs back. So if you're working with me and you're a client of mine, well, then guess what? I have now decided I'm going to be affirming for you. So even though I'm going to help you manifest your SP back, even if you just did one-on-one coaching with me, I'm going to also be affirming that you get your SPs back because I'm good at it and because I love you and I care about you and all those glorious things. So look, we already have a troll around here. Here we are. How do I delete him? Mute and black. Okay. So that's what we've got going on here. Okay. So, because I really want to help you guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm really tired. I know, but that's Taylor. I'm plugging. I said, if they're a client of mine or in my paid WhatsApp community. Come on, girl. Come on, sister. Okay. Because the reason why, here's the problem. The reason why you're struggling with resistance to your SP, you're struggling with back and forth, wavering, spiraling, all that nonsense is because yes, Sanchi, I'm aware. I love you, bitch. But the reason why you're struggling when it comes to manifesting your SP back and you're wavering and you're not selecting perfect SP and you're just inconsistent is because your subconscious mind and conscious mind are not working together. Okay. So part of you wants one thing, but at the same time, you're battling your subconscious. Okay. So your subconscious mind your subconscious has been what you've been manifesting your entire life off of autopilot. Okay. Because your subconscious mind is just pushing it out. Okay. Versus now you're conscious creating, right? You're consciously manifesting. So because of that, your conscious mind, this is why we affirm. This is why we persist. This is why we have to do all that stuff, is because your conscious mind has to work in overtime to override subconscious mind. Okay. The subconscious, there's always one in the first 10 minutes. But that's right, Emmy bitch, because this is exactly why I'm on here today, because we're going to have a chat. You, me, and, well, everybody else who's annoying the shit out of me today. Okay. So when you work from the subconscious level, right? If you can bypass the conscious mind and then get everything directly into the subconscious mind, then guess what? You don't have to work in overtime anymore, right? Because it lowers that resistance, because now your conscious mind and subconscious mind are in alignment. They're working together with the same goal in mind, thus dropping the resistance, the wavering, the negative thoughts, all of this shit that you guys have going on over and over and over in your mind. Okay? That's messing you up because I try to set you guys up for success. Okay? I try to set you guys up for success, and I'm having a really hard time understanding what the problem is. Okay, I try to tell you guys what to expect from SPs when they come back around. But you still can't help yourselves. You still, hey, Sarah Elizabeth, you still can't help yourself in digressing to old version, old version, old version, old version, old version. You keep reacting to the turnaround. And I told you guys, stop reacting to the turnaround. You need to stop reacting. Okay? Can you ask me pregnant? Of course, Gee. Of course. Oh, you got it back early? Of course you did. What? Now keep them. Okay? You need to keep the SP by persisting in exactly what you've been doing, right? It's like SP came back. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to persist forward. I'm moving to the next step of our relationship. And I'm going to continue to select perfect SP, perfect SP, perfect SP, perfect SP over and over and over again. Yes, Jeremy, I will. You don't have my phone number, bro? You should have my phone number. So when you select that version, and don't waver from it. See, it's okay. Here's what you don't understand. Okay. It's easy to select. You need to understand this. It's easy to select perfect boyfriend when everything's fucking great. Okay. You have a great night. You have a great night, things like that. And then all of a sudden, it's easy to select that shit. Monica, tell me what happened, girl. What's the craziest thing? Okay. It's easy to select perfect boyfriend when they're showing that quality, but it's when they don't. Can you still persist in perfect boyfriend? Can you still persist in all the things that you want them to do and be for you? Or do you fold, cave, whine, moan, groan, and bitch about the behavior that you don't like? Because that's where the growth comes into play. That's where I tell you guys, you're constantly being tested, not by the universe, but by yourselves. You're being tested by yourselves is, will you persist? Oh, this isn't what you want. Will you persist? Or will you whine and moan and groan about it? And get all up in your fucking feelings and select old version, old version, old version? Or will you grow up and persist through it? This is literally the quintessential of a marriage. You do understand that, right? Like, in a relationship, in a marriage, that's great, girl. That's great. That's because money just comes to you from everywhere, bitch. Okay, you have to understand, will you persist through it? Will you persist? Because the slightest thing happens that you don't like, and then you're like, I don't like this. And then you just go and bitch, and just get all in your fucking thoughts about it. And you can't do that. When you're in a relationship, when you're in a marriage, you don't think you're tested over and over and over again? Good, Nadine. Of course you are. Of course you are. Relationships have their ups and downs. This is where you're tested. Will you persist and will you evolve going forward so that it grows and it doesn't have cracks in it and it's not this like ping pong effect? But you guys don't do that. It's so easy for you to, you have to do things differently than you've been doing. It's kind of like it's really easy for you to be in a great money mindset when you have money. But what happens if you make a bad investment? Thanks, MKD girl. What happens when you make a bad investment? Then all of a sudden, things fall on hard times. Well, then what happens? You fucking fold. You cave. Your thoughts are not in alignment anymore. This is like why business success is inconsistent with people. Okay, business success it's inconsistent because it's cool to have it's cool to have a positive mindset about it when business is on the rise. But what happens when you have a slow month? Well, now you react. You get all in your thoughts. And this is why there's inconsistent business. 1 month's good, next month sucks. 1 month's good, next month sucks. Or then it's 1 month's good, next month sucks, next month sucks, next month sucks, because you're wavering and your thoughts are adjusting to your current reality 100% of the time. Oh, SP was sweet and loving to me today, so everything is great. Perfect boyfriend. Now he's an asshole. Fuck him. What a piece of shit. That's how you guys go. That's how you guys do it. I know, Shanzi, girlfriend. That's how you guys react every fucking waking second you get. I open up and here's what you guys have to understand is, well, I won't say I don't get victim texts daily. I do. However, they tend to be more frequently on the weekend. And do you know why? Because during the week, you're busy. Right? During the week, you're busy doing, adult shit. Speaking of which, I need to do my laundry. But you're busy working. You're busy doing household duties, all those things, right? So you're busy. But then on the weekend, you're not working. Sometimes maybe your kids go with their father. And so now you have nothing but time to be all up in your fucking thoughts. And that's when you waver. That's when you have a hard time disciplining yourself. And then you complain and complain and complain. But I would tell you, you would have nothing to complain about if you would get your shit together. If you would get your shit together. They conform like night and day. All the time. 100% of the time. They're conforming. That's why you got to change the pattern, Casey. Pay attention, girl. Pay attention. Okay? You need to change the pattern. Okay, they conform like it's going out of style. That's what you guys don't understand. This is not a process. This is a refinement. Thanks, Shanzi, girlfriend. This is a refinement of who your SP is for you. It's constantly being refined. Okay, like my boyfriend, we're great. But sometimes there's things that he'll say, because I told you everything is feedback, right? Everything is feedback. So there might be some time where he'll say something and I'm like, again, I do not let it impact my relationship. Okay. So when they'll sit there and say, well, I've just never been this person, or my family was never this type of person. Right. It's like, in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck's that got to do with me? That ain't got shit to do with me. So I added it to my description of him. Well, in less than 24 hours, everything he told me before that he's never done and all these things, guess what? He's doing. 100% on his own. Totally different. Literally in less than 24 hours. Totally different. Because I didn't give a shit what they say. You need to stop giving a shit what they tell you. Because it's got nothing to do with your relationship at all. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they say. I don't care what comes out of their mouth. I'm just not an affectionate person. I've just never been affectionate. Blah, 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 blah. Cool. Well, you're the most affectionate person in the world to me. What's that got to do with me? You need to stop accepting what they say. Stop accepting what they do. And start telling your shit what it's going to be. 100% of the time. They say this, who are you talking to? Ain't got nothing to do with me. Nope. I don't think so. You have the ability to have the most amazing relationships with your SP if you would get a fucking grip. If you get a grip and stop reacting to everything under the sun. If you're going to react, let it be a good reaction. Let it be a good reaction. You're in control. I don't care. They can tell you that they've been like this their entire life. Cool. Well, I guess you're graduating today because not anymore. Not anymore. I don't care if you've been like that for 25, 50 years. Not anymore. Not when it comes to me. You could be that way to everybody else. Do you think I care? Do you think I care how my SP is to anybody but me? No. He could be an asshole to everybody. I don't really give a crap. But not to me. Not to me. Okay, but you guys are not consistent in what you say and what you're thinking all the time. And then they don't do something in 24 hours and you're like, see? I've been saying it, but here they are. Because you're not expecting that from them. You say it a couple times, but then you bitch about them the next second, and then you wonder why they're not conforming. Sorry, you've ran on this. Like, you have to understand, your thoughts have been running on autopilot your entire life. Entire life. So based on how old you are, that's how long your thoughts have been running on autopilot. So don't you think that you might need to put in a little bit more effort to change those fucking thoughts? Because you've been doing this for so long. It's a pattern. It's a habit. So if you want something new, I'm not going to tell you it takes 21 days to break a habit. It really doesn't. But if you want something new, then you have to put in the work to get something new. Instead of bitching every fucking second you get, reacting over every second you get. Instead of looking at the good in things. Instead of looking at the good, you guys will take an entire event and only point out the negative. An entire event. You'll walk me through the whole event. You'll be like, but all you saw was the negative. Yeah, I had somebody like that today. She knows who the fuck she is. Oh, Adrienne, I gotta listen to your voice notes, girl. She knows. Oh, I think I did. I don't know. She needs to, like, she had a great time with her SP. What? Couple days ago. Then she went out with a group yesterday. Not so good of an encounter. But then again, she created that. And then got home a couple hours later, got a text from her SP saying, did you make it home safely? But all she's focused on is the bad parts of the event. And I said, but the fact is he got home and wanted to make sure you were good. That means he's still fucking there. That means your SP is still the person you want him to be. But you're focusing on the shit. And you can sit there and blame your SPs until you're blue in the damn face. Until you're blue in the face. Well done. I didn't record the first half, so I'm going to re-record it tomorrow. Okay? But you can literally affirm, yeah, like you guys will sit there and you guys will be like, okay, I'm nervous about the whole shit tonight. I'm going to go see my SP. I'm nervous all day leading up to SP. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to affirm for the 3 seconds that I'm on my way to the event and then be pissed off because it didn't conform. No, okay. Okay. Whoa. Hold on a sec. Who are you, Glareworks? Just curious. I think I do know who you are now. Ooh. Oh. You guys caused this. You see? See? Y'all caused this. Okay. I need to reach out to her then. I got to reach out to my love. I contacted her a week ago and I haven't heard back from her. So let me reach out to her. For a second there, I thought you were a part of her story. And I was like, yay, Eli-licious. I know she is. You finally got rid of gutter trash. Good. Now, Elicious, what you're going to do is persist. Okay? So you got confirmation. Do you guys understand? Do you guys see this? Like, you don't have to go looking for confirmations. You got confirmation. How else does she know, right? So what you need to do is continue with your affirmations against gutter trash until she's no longer in your mind. Okay? Then you close the door. Then you close the lid and let the fucking dump truck take her ass to the fucking landfill. Okay? But the worst thing you can do, learn from me, is stop affirming against that unless you just don't think about it anymore. Okay? If you don't think about it anymore, if you're not questioning him like in your mind, if you're not questioning things anymore, if you're not thinking about gutter trash anymore, then you can shut that door. But if you ever do, persist, because the last thing you want to do is grab her ass out the dumpster. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Okay, so Mara, best way to manifest an SP back. I'm going to get to you in a second. I can't read your name because it's in cursive. Okay, Mara, let's talk to you. Best way to manifest an SP back is in steps. I will stand by the steps. Okay, so it's very hard given your current situation. Okay, if you're blocked, if you're in no contact, it's very unrealistic to say, live in the end of marriage. Huh? So a lot of people will tell you that. Just decide that you're married and live in the end of that. But you're like, okay, but I'm not even talking to this person. So it causes a lot of wavering and a lot of inconsistency in your thoughts. So because of that, I've had people come to me that I'm trying to manifest their SP for years because they've been living in the end of marriage when they're in no contact and got no movement at all until they started manifesting my way, and that is in steps. Okay, so when you do that, then all of a sudden the movement comes. Okay, so the way you're going to do that is you are going to, the way you manifest back in steps is simple. Okay, you want to sit there and you want, oh, Ren, why are you changing your fucking name? Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to basically say, okay, so there's 4 steps to manifesting your SP back. The first one is this is the most important one, okay, is how you see your SP. You cannot see your SP as the person that broke your heart. You know, the person that has a shit ton of flaws. You can't see that version of your SP. You must only see the version of your SP that you expect and want them to be for you, your perfect SP. And you do that by going back to the time when everything in your relationship was perfect. Okay? Everything in the time when everything in your relationship was perfect, go back to that version of your SP. And you need to see, right, no matter what you see now, you must see that version of your SP only. Perfect boyfriend. Okay? Because when you see that version of your SP, they conform to that. But if you're going to describe your SP as blocking you, not talking to you, being an avoidant, disrespectful, all of that, they have to conform to that. They literally cannot contact you. You can affirm till you're blue in the fucking face. And it doesn't matter. They can't reach out to you because that's how you see them. Okay? So, and you'll know how you'll see them. Okay, every one of you will know how you honestly view your SP. If you take a look, not maybe now, but if you take a look at this is your subconscious belief when it comes to your SP, is you would have to take a look back at when they broke up with you. What was their demeanor? How were they acting? Were they rude? Nasty, telling you go fuck yourself, they want nothing to do with you, then you don't have a good version of your SP, which is why they disrespected you and were very mean and not so nice when they broke up with you. Now, if they broke up with you in a very sweet way, right? Like, I love you, but, you just deserve better. And, I just can't do this right now. I can't give you what you need right now, right? Like that type of mentality, then you do not have a awful version of your SP. You don't, because they would have broken up with you because they have to match what you assume about them. Okay, so if they broke up with you in a not so mean way, very nice, very sweet, almost annoying with the sweet way, then you have a somewhat good version of your SP. Okay, So then you must put yourself, so the second thing you need to do is put yourself on that pedestal, that person that you were in the beginning of your relationship, okay? Who you were in the beginning of your relationship, which is why your SP pursued you, okay? Your SP pursued you, your SP probably wanted to talk to you more than you wanted to talk to them because you had a level of confidence about you. You had a certain level of self-concept, which is why they chased you. So you need to get back to that version of who you were as a person and put yourself on the pedestal. You're here, they're here, not the other way around. Okay, because they will chase you, pursue you, want to be with you. Okay, then the third thing is you affirm for what you want. Okay, so if you're a no contact, then you start with the basic affirmations. Like, he's obsessed with me. He cannot, like, I'm all he ever thinks about. He's always calling and texting me. He's constantly spending time with me. He'll do anything to be with me right now. Okay. That's because the first 3 of those affirmations are designed to break no contact. Then once you break, but you want the other 2 assumptions to start manifesting now. Okay. So this is the natural progression of a relationship, right? Is they're into you, they're digging you, they're thinking about you all the time. They're constantly, they're always calling and texting you. You don't question if you were going to hear from them today. You just knew you were because you guys talked all the time, right? Then once you guys are talking all the time, obviously you guys start to spend time together, right? And now you're constantly spending time together while you're continuing to talk all the time. And now you get into a relationship. Okay. So that's the natural progression of the relationship. Okay. So then you do that. And then the fourth thing, which is the most important, which is the second most important thing, is that you need to check the thoughts that are coming into your head, right? So if you have a thought that goes against what you're affirming for, or you're thinking about the current reality, showing you the opposite, you affirm against it. Okay, you must flip those thoughts. You cannot push the negative thoughts aside. You have to flip them. Okay, and then you persist. No matter what you see in the 3D, no matter what comes out his fucking mouth, all that stuff, you must persist in perfect boyfriend and doing all the things perfect boyfriends do for you. If you'll do that, you get SP to conform. Okay? This is where when I talked to somebody earlier today, she says, yeah, I've manifested all the things. Like, it's so easy to manifest, a career, financial success, like all these different things. But when it comes to SP, I said, right, because SPs are different than manifesting money, business success. But unless somebody's manifested their SP back, they don't know that. So they teach all the same principles that manifesting money is the same way as manifesting an SP. No, it's not. And let me tell you why it's not. Because money, business success, they don't have fucking mouths. SPs, on the other hand, they have a mouth. And they talk. So that's why SPs tend to be a little bit more of a challenge for people in manifesting, because yes, it takes people to carry out money and business success, but that's not your problem. Okay, SPs talk and they tell you all their shit. They like to tell you about their problems, their past, things that they try to put up barriers. They try to tell you about yourself, all of these things, and it fucks with your thoughts. It gets in your mind. Okay, now you're justifying and making excuses because of something they fucking told you. But you have to get really good at deading that. And not being combative to their face, but being like, okay. In here. And you don't even have to respond. So a lot of times you don't have to respond. When they're talking, some people just want you to shut up and listen. Do you understand? Not everybody needs a therapist. Okay, so if they're talking to you, they don't necessarily care for you to respond, which is good because therefore you don't need to respond. Instead, you're just like, listen to what they say. And in here, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I don't think so. That does not apply to me. He had a traumatic childhood. He has fear of abandonment. He has abandonment issues. Okay, not to me. Not to me. In fact, it brings us closer. Whatever problems he had in his past, it only brings us closer together. See what I'm saying? It's totally opposite. It's totally opposite than you being like, well, I know he has trust issues because, he's had a lot of problems in his past. And, I know he's not really good at expressing his feelings because, he's been hurt so many times in his past. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Okay. Well, he maybe had a problem communicating with his past exes, but not me. That motherfucker tells me everything. Excuse me. He tells me everything. Like, what? He can't stop talking to me about his issues. Like, everything he goes through, he never goes through it alone. He always includes me, right? Instead of you guys saying, well, excuse me. Why, instead, where you guys say, well, I know he's going through a lot of personal things right now. So, he usually withdraws when he's going through that. And he just keeps saying that he needs some time alone. Give a fuck what he said. Who cares what he said? He may have really actually said that. Oftentimes they will. And you're like, okay, you know what? That's fine. And in here, whatever he's going through right now, he has to confide in me. I'm his rock. He can't go through anything without me. He comes to me with all his problems. He's only happy and peaceful and at peace when we're together. See what I'm saying? Versus you listening to that shit. Because this is why you guys have a lot of problems when you guys will be like, well, I want to, take, I asked him if he wanted to hang out soon, and he said no, he's going to go out with his friends. Do you know why they choose their friends? Because their friends firmly believe they're the priority. Their friends aren't all up in their fucking feelings about your SP. They don't give a shit. They don't care. Especially for guys. A lot of guys will not confide in their friends. Like, their friends will have no idea what's going on in their personal lives. Because it makes them look like a bitch. And their guy friends are going to tell them that. Dude, stop looking like a little bitch. Like, that's what they'll tell them. Like, right? So it's different things like that because they don't give a shit. It doesn't affect their life at all. At all. Instead, if they were to be like, yeah, I'm going through some things right now, you know what the friends say? They're like, dude, that's why you need to come out with us tonight, dog. You need to let your mind go. You need a break. Yeah, that's what they do. But versus you take it personal. Oh, so now I'm not going to see much of him. Oh, now he's not going to come over anymore. Oh, so now he's withdrawing and I'm not going to talk to him. That's what you guys do. You take it personal. Whatever they're going through in their own personal life, you literally take it personal when it's got not a damn thing to do with you. And if you view it like that, they would come to you because it's not personal. They have a death in the family. They're going through something. You be there for them, of course, 1,000%. But you can't take it personal. Be like, well, I haven't seen him for like 2 weeks, so obviously he's too busy for me, and this, that, and the fucking third. You can't do that because they push it out over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. They will continue. Thanks, Shanti girlfriend. They will push it out. Ren, what are you doing? What are you doing? Besides looking like a bona fide stalker, let's just be frank. You're forcing the 3D. You're forcing the 3D. Okay? She found out it's you. And she got mad. How did she find out it was you? Huh? How did he find out? He had unblocked you and asked you on this account to add him on Discord. And I sent a friend's request. He put it all together. You need... well... Okay. Well, Red, what did you want him to tell you? Thanks, Shanti girlfriend. Did you want him to tell you How did you think he would react? Let's just start there. The minute he found out that you were the second account because you slipped, come on, if you're going to be a stalker, you got to be good at it, bruh. Okay? The whole goal of stalking is to what? Oh, that's right. Not get caught. You're supposed to not get caught, bro. And so, excuse me, he caught you slipping. He put two to two together. So he called you a manipulator. Well, that's probably one of the nicest terms he could have said. What would you have called it? If the roles were reversed, and this is how you guys should look at every freaking discussion you ever have with your SP, everything you're doing with your SP, you should ask yourself, if the roles were reversed, how the fuck would I feel? What vibe would I get? You make progress, Ren. Okay? He unblocked you and asked you onto his account to add him on Discord. You were making progress, but you're low-key stalking him from another profile. And then you got caught. So he called you manipulator. Well, that's what you look like. I mean, I could have came up with 10 other words to describe that shit. So we'll just call it manipulator. But, however, let's just be petty for a moment. Now it's all about leveraging, Ren. So I'm gonna give you a pass and give you a little leg up here. Okay. I'm totally fine with letting my SP. I'm totally fine with letting my boyfriend keep his assumptions if it benefits my manifestation. I'm totally fine. I'll let everybody keep their assumptions if it benefits my manifestation. There's two words that I tell you. There's two identities that I tell you you can never give gutter trash. Controlling or what? Oh, that's right. A manipulator. Do you know why I tell you those are two identities that you can never assign gutter trash? Because as long as you assume that she's a manipulator or controlling, your SP has to be controlled and manipulated by her. So, if that's the case, how do you leverage? Well, he already thinks you're a manipulator. Cool, let him keep his assumption. For now. Because he will have to continue to allow himself to get manipulated by you. But come on now. In all seriousness, though, Red, how long do you want to do this? How long do you want to do this? How long do you want to chase your SP? How long do you want to keep your SP on the pedestal? Or are you going to wake the fuck up and say, okay, I was starting to get progress, but I can't, I'm still doing the behavior I shouldn't be fucking doing. So if I would stop that behavior and double down on the behavior that's getting me progress, then maybe I should probably do that instead. Come on, Ren. Come on. But if all of you would take one hard look at your behavior and shit and be like, yeah, I mean, if you literally thought about it, you would probably be like, yeah, well, I should probably not do that because I wouldn't want to talk to me either. I wouldn't want anything to do with me either. I would think I'm a fucking stalker. I would think I'm crazy. That's not supposed to be you. You guys understand this, right? Hey, Cape Friend Sister. That's not supposed to be you. Gutter trash is supposed to be that shit. Crazy, stalker, whatever. That isn't supposed to be you. You have one role to play and one role to play with your SP only. And it's called perfect girlfriend, perfect boyfriend, perfect husband, perfect wife. That's your role to play. Your job is to remind them of the person they cared for, the person they fell in love with. That's your job. Your job is not to remind them of the person they don't want anything to do with. Because I tell you guys, you have your assumptions of your SP, but remember, they all have their own realities. They also have their own assumptions too. So while you have your assumption of your SP also has his assumption of you. Well, what's his assumption of you? You're crazy. You're a manipulator. You're psycho. You're unstable. You have nothing but an attitude. You have anger issues. You're dramatic. What's his assumption of you? If you want SP to conform and you want SP to be with you, then you need to change his assumption of you to be the one that, he was in a relationship with, the one that he wanted, the one that he loved. You have to do that. Instead of, reminding him daily of why he broke up with your ass in the fucking first place. People are not fucking stupid. I keep telling you guys this. People are not stupid. I don't think you're dating, or I don't think you want to be with a person that has 0 intelligence level. Okay? So where you guys think you're being clever and shit, you're not. You are not being clever. They know why you're doing what you're doing. Do you know why? Because they fucking know you. They dated you. They had a relationship with you. So they know you. So when you try to do things thinking that you're clever and slick and shit, they see right through the shit. Because they know you. My boyfriend tells me that. I'm not perfect. I tend to say things. And he says that. He goes, I know what you're doing. He's like, because I know you. He literally has said that. And I'm like, it's nothing big. But I'll say little things. I'll make little comments. And that's what he'll say. He's like, I know what you're doing. But, because I am a master at this shit, it doesn't matter. Because it still works. But I have toned it down. In the reality of I don't need to be leaving little snarky ass little comments. Because he's right. He knows what I'm doing. They know you. But remind yourself of that. This is not a stranger. Okay. In fact, there's that saying that oftentimes they know you better than you know yourself. Right? Why is that a saying? Because it's true. It's not that you don't know yourself, but you're unaware of the shit that you do, right? I had never heard, maybe I live under a rock. I don't know. I choose to just see shit the way I want to see it, and I'm just me. I'm unapologetically me. Yes, I used your name again, bitch. And it's just who I am. And then it wasn't until I met my boyfriend when he's like, because I butt my nose into people's business. And he'll be like, you need to be a little more self-aware. I'm like, what the fuck is self-aware? But then I started, again, instead of being offended by the shit, I started looking back and being like, what does he mean by that? And so I started looking back at things and I'm like, okay, I see what he means. I can see what he means by a little bit more self-aware. Which is why I tell you guys, if you guys would relax for a second and take a look at that, what they say during a disagreement or what they say out of their mouth, if you would, I don't want to say humble yourself, but if you'd be open to feedback, they actually have a point. They're not trying to attack you, okay? But they actually have a valid point. And if you take everything, like I tell you, as fucking feedback, guess what? Sanchi, I'm going to say it's a 50-50 split for you. It's a 50-50 split for you. If you find that you're chasing your SP, okay, you just are keeping this person on a pedestal and you're chasing, then you do need to work on self-concept. But if you're in my WhatsApp community or you were on my live event today, I'm going to walk you through a technique. No, they're not law of attraction techniques. I will never waver in my thought about that. 20 years from now, I'll still be throwing shit rocks at law of attraction. Okay, but it's an NLP technique, a subconscious mind technique. Okay, law of attraction is not subconscious mind work, if you didn't know that. It is not. Law of attraction is not subconscious mind work. So, because of that, that's why it doesn't work. That's why that's why it doesn't work. So I'm going to be putting together, it's called, I forgot the name. But anyway, no, I know the name. I'm just not going to fucking tell you bitches the name. Okay? But there's a technique where I'm going to help you step into your power. No self-concept work needed. No self-concept work needed. But a lot of your self-concept issues actually stem from childhood. Mm-hmm. On a side note, as I digress, because that's what I do, I got this mug, compliments of a Chinese restaurant. Mm-hmm. I mean, they don't know that they gave me the mug, but they gave me the mug. If you don't want to give me a to-go container, I don't know what to tell you. I'm taking my shit to go. And if you don't want to give me a container for that, well then, that's a you problem, not a me problem. I cannot tell you how many ramekins I have. Not ramekins, but those like sauce, like little metal sauce containers. Because if I'm going to take my ranch to go, what do you want me to do? Put it in my box? No. Because then it soaks through. No. So, I will take the ramekin. I will take the little sauce container. I have like 55,000 of them. I do not care. Judge me not. It could, Sanchi. It could. Okay, why do people manifest SP instead of someone new that has it all? Seems like a headache. That's not true. There is, the reason why people choose to manifest, well, I know for me, I can speak on my personal experience. The reason, we're not getting any younger by age. I didn't say by looks. But the reason why I did not manifest somebody new is because every one of my boyfriends is a manifestation. Every one of your specific people are manifestations. Every ex was a manifestation. But I didn't want the people that I was attracting anymore, the people that I was into, if you will. So when I got really clear on the person that I wanted, and then my Prince Charming, I had to kiss a lot of frogs to get to the prince. If you think I'm going to let that fucking guy go, I don't think so. I don't think so. No. And because I don't do dating apps. I've had nothing but terrible experiences on there. I don't do dating apps, and I'm a homebody. I work for myself. So where the hell am I going to meet someone? Oh, and I have a lot of rules to the SP that I date. They have to fit into my lifestyle. They must live less than 5 minutes drive from me. Yeah. So when I meet somebody, because that takes up 99% of the people I date online, because I'm like, where do you live? LA County? Fuck no, I'm not going to you. Nope, because relationships require time. So, is I'm a full-time single mom. There's that part. When do I have the time to be traveling an hour and a half to go on a date? No, I don't think so. I'll just stick with the one I love. And so that's why people manifest their SPs back, is why find someone new when you can get the one that you love? We can't help who we love. Okay, we can't help who we love. So there's always something about that person that causes us to manifest them back. Ain't no shame in the game. Ain't no shame in the game. Because also, you can go manifest somebody new completely right now. But I'll tell you how that psychic reading, if you decide you want to manifest somebody new and ditch your SP, well, let me tell you how that relationship's going to go. I guarantee you that your relationship will end the same way, and your relationship will be the same and end the same as every one of your relationships in the past. Because go ahead, take a look at all your relationships in the past. You'll find there's a lot of commonalities, a lot of trends. But there's only one thing they all have in common. You. So you can blame all the guys in the world. You can blame all of the guys that you've ever dated. They don't know each other, but they all knew you. They're not the problem. You are. So you have to do things differently, whether it's with this SP or a whole new person. You must do something different, because if you don't, your relationship's gonna end the same. So may as well get a grip now. May as well get a grip now. You know what I mean? Okay, I don't respond. I know, Taylor. I know. I'm dealing with somebody right now where she's funny. She's hilarious, actually. She's sending me screenshots of their messages, and she's like, why do I find this so funny? I was like, you know why you find it so funny? I was like, because a lot of men, hey, Dade Bestie, because a lot of men like to act all macho and shit, but they're still in their fucking feelings. They like to act all like macho and manly and masculine, but they're still sensitive people. They just show emotions differently. Women like to show emotions. We'll be very dramatic, we'll be very dramatic, tend to talk a lot, all that stuff, right? Like in an argument where people get violent, who the fuck is the one throwing things? It's not the guy, it's the girl, right? But then men, they show emotions. Because my brother used to always be like that. He used to always be like, you women are so damn sensitive. You're so emotional. I said, you understand that men are very emotional. They're just different emotions. Women break down. They cry. They're dramatic. Men become hostile. They're the ones punching holes in walls and doing all of that shit. Same emotion. It's the same thing. They're very emotional. They just show their emotions differently while they're trying to act like they're not. They are. They are. Yes, the Rabu, you can. It's all about leveraging, right? So anything that they've told you about their past, that only brings us closer together. I'm the only one they confide in. I'm the only one they confide in. They've had nothing but awful relationships. I'm the best relationship he's ever had, and he knows it, right? You could always use their past to benefit you in your relationship instead of letting it affect your relationship, because either way, you're letting it affect your relationship regardless. So do you want to let it negatively impact your relationship, or do you want to leverage it and have it bring you closer together? That's why we leverage here. That's why we leverage here. Because it's not about following the law. It's about leveraging the law. I'm sure you did. It's Mimi just wavered. I'm sure you did. You guys have to look at things like you either hate somebody or you fucking don't. Okay? But you don't. At the end of the day, you may be all emotional and all in your feelings, but stop lying to yourself and being like, I fucking hate him. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't. You don't like his behavior. You don't approve of his behavior, but you don't hate him. Hate's a strong word. Hate is a very strong word. Okay? Even when me and my boyfriend were dealing with gutter trash, and he would say something like that, like, I fucking hate her. And I said, hate's a strong word. I mean, we want her gone out of our lives, yes. But hate is a strong word. And he recognized that. He goes, you're right. You're right. I said, yeah. He said, it's like they'd have to do something really bad for you to hate that person. But you don't hate the person that you love. So stop telling yourself you do, because you fucking don't. You don't approve of their behavior. There's a difference. There's a difference. Okay? But hating someone, hate runs deep. Well, learn from me. Next time your SP says that about gutter trash, be like, yes, you do. You absolutely do. Good and good. Girl, good. She went to see someone else and posted about it. So, it's Mimi. You understand. How many times do I have to tell you bitches social media is not real? It is not real at all. There is nothing real about social media other than your page. And even that, let's be honest, social media still isn't real. People have, what's that word? Ulterior motives. People have agendas for their social media channels. Especially if they know someone is watching. They do. So they'll post about things on social media. But again, show me a post. When have you ever in your life seen people post about drama, unless they're children? They don't. It's all glitz and glam, happy, and then divorce. You're like, wow, I didn't see that coming. Because their social media shows the complete opposite. Because it's called social media for a reason. It's called media for a reason. You honestly don't believe everything you hear in the media, do you? I don't think so. So if you don't believe everything you hear in the media, why would you believe everything that you see on social media? It literally says media in the name. It's not real. So stop reacting. And you wouldn't know that she went to see someone else unless you went looking. With the exception of one person, two people. With the exception of two people. Most of you are looking for the shit and they get triggered. Stop doing that. Yeah, emotional control is a big thing. You got to get your emotions regulated. Regulators. Mom. Come on. That was a dope song back then. It's still a dope song now. He got mad, Ren, because you told him your real name and he thought your actual name was Ren. Well, Chanel. No, you're supposed to do this. I saw that on a thing. Now it's mine. All right, Asunta. Shoot it, girlfriend. I mean, how many times do you? I mean, it doesn't matter, Glitter Spurt, because you're going to have to tell Ren another 25,000 times not to force it. Ren, get a grip. Get a grip. You honestly need to get a grip. And I tell you this out of love, bitch. Out of love. You need to get a grip. Okay? Do I recommend, hey Jackie, do I recommend self-concept subliminals? No, I do not recommend any subliminals at all. At all. Because subliminals, given the subconscious mind takes you at your word and the subconscious mind listens. Its job is not to decipher. It's not its job. It has no opinion. Okay. It has no opinion of its own. So its job is not for you to play a song and for your subconscious mind to be like, hold on a minute. Wait a minute. This is a subliminal. Let's go ahead and filter through the fucking music. Let's go ahead and have our little spidey sense go through the fucking music so we can hear the words that are being whispered through the music. That's not its job. And then some subliminal makers will tell you you need to have those earbuds. They'll be like, you need to have earbuds and you must put them in your ear like this. So it really gets in there. They're full of shit too. Because what are you talking about? Your subconscious mind is not like, wait a minute, hold on a sec. That shit is on a speaker, bitch. That's on a speaker. So, nah, we're not going to listen to it. No. You need to get those things so far in here, then we can hear. No. Because if that was the case, then hypnosis wouldn't work. Because you're talking to the person. I'm not going to sit there and yell in your fucking ear because that's weird. Okay, no one needs, that shit is stupid. So instead, Jackie, if you are in our WhatsApp group, maybe I'll dig it out again. Maybe I'll put it, I gotta put it somewhere. Maybe I'll put it in another group. Maybe I'll put it in like, music. Maybe I'll put it in music. But I posted a self-concept guided meditation in there to try and help you bitches with self-concept. So if I would recommend anything, it wouldn't be subliminals. It would be either a hypnosis audio, like a hypnosis recording, or it'd be a sleep meditation. Because one, you can hear the words coming out of that. Like you can hear the words. So you know what's being said. Because as much as we would like to think that this whole world is full of amazing, ethical people, it is not. It is not. And so, oh man, that must be a California thing, Michael. Bruh. It's like, bro. That bruh. I talk how I want to talk. I talk how I want to talk. He finds out about me. See, I know. See, Ren, this is the thing though. Ren, you're really pissing me off. Okay, you're pissing me off because you're trying to get a friend to ask what he finds out about you, what he thinks about you. What were you expecting to what were you expecting to come out of that? You don't need to send a friend as an investigator to know what he finds out, to see what he finds out about you. You'll know when you know. Ren, this is not your first fucking day, bitch. This is not your first day. You will know when, he will know when you know. You need to know that he's absolutely obsessed with you. He cannot get enough of you. He wants to be with you and no one else. And he cannot stop talking to you. You need to know that shit. He thinks I am perfect. He thinks I am amazing. Like he literally worships the ground that I walk on. He cannot even breathe without thinking about me. He doesn't even sleep because I'm all he thinks about. You need to start thinking that way. None of you should ever be questioning how your SP feels about you, what he thinks about you, or none of that shit. Because if you're questioning that, it's because you don't know. So because you don't know and you're wondering, guess what kind of response, care to guess what kind of response you're going to get? Not a good one. And oftentimes they'll be like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Because you don't. So you need to stop. Everything's fucking feedback. Everything they say, they do, or don't do is all feedback for you. It's not a consequence. This is not a victim thing. This is not them bullying you and being mean. This is none of that shit. It's feedback. Okay, he says he's got this kind of fucking attitude with me. Where am I going wrong here in my description of him? Where am I going wrong? Because somewhere in my mind, I'm going wrong. Because if I wasn't going wrong, he wouldn't be reflecting this version. So if he's reflecting this version, then I need to get a grip in here and be fine. Because when I get a grip here and I get very clear here, then he gets very clear. There's no other way around it. See, you guys are constantly looking for validation. But the only way you're going to get it is when you validate, when you assume, when you know. And I told you guys yesterday how to get them to validate what you want to hear. And that goes in your description of your SP. You don't feel good enough. No, he tells me every day how perfect I am and how much he just worships the ground that I walk on. Okay, well, I don't think that I've never felt loved. Oh, well, he shows me every single day how much he's in love with me. So therefore, you're getting the validation you want. But you guys will be so in your fucking head and then be like, well, he's not showing me that. Where's it at? Why am I not seeing that? Because you don't believe it. If you don't think it, how the fuck can he? How could he? You guys get too in your own ways, too in your own head, and you overanalyze, and you're so fucking sensitive about everything under the sun. You are so fucking sensitive. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop going on the defense. And instead of playing defense, why don't you play offense? Huh? Concept there. You wouldn't have to play defense if you'd play offense. I play to win, bitch. I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to fight back, and I'm going to get it, and I'm going to fight, and I'm going to fight, and I'm going to fight until I get it. Period. You need to play offense, not defense anymore. Do you understand? No more defensive linemen. You are the offense. I play to win. You're the quarterback, bitch. Period. And no, I don't know much about football unless I bet on the shit. That's all I know about football is how the game is played. I don't know shit else because it's different when you bet. But you guys take everything you guys get, and this is the problem with you. You guys get so offended so easily by everything they do or don't do, but it's all you. So what are you offended at them for? What are you offended at them for? You continue to assume the worst in them. You continue to expect the worst in them. And then when it shows up, even though somewhat 10% of the time, you're hoping for the best, but you're expecting the worst. And then when the worst rears its head, what a fucking jerk. I hate him. You're expecting that from them. You're not expecting the best. So don't fucking lie to yourself. You're hoping for the best, but you are expecting the worst every time. And then you're upset when the worst manifests, when the worst shows up. You've been thinking this way for a long fucking time. So if you want something, your entire relationship with your SP has ran off of this. So if you would stop and say, no, I'm all done. I'm all done with this shit. I've been thinking and expecting the worst in this man for far too long. I'm hoping for the best and wanting the best, but I expect the worst. So I'm going to take everything that I want, hope, and I'll pop that into expect. And then fuck the old guy. I won't accept it anymore. So I will change him here, and I will change him here, and I'll fucking change him here until he conforms out here. 100% of the time. And if I get 10, thanks Jen, and if I get 10% of bad asshole version, that's not good enough. I'll persist forward, and I'll keep persisting forward until I get 100% of perfect SP. And then when I get 100% of perfect SP, I'm going to pepper in some other shit because I can have my cake and eat it too. So even though they're perfect SP, I like this too. So I'm going to pepper that shit in there too. I feel like you don't really do very many sweet things for me, even though you're perfect every other way and we're getting along great and everything is great, but you fall short on the romance department. So let me pop that into you now too. And now you're the most romantic guy on the planet and perfect. So there we go. And what else do I want down the line? Oh, let me go ahead and, you know what? You're not really a planner like that. So now you can't do nothing but plan our future. Let me pop that shit in there too. It's not a one and done. It's not a one and done. It is a let me keep refining and refining and refining. But you get so frustrated, so pissed off. For what? You don't feel good after that. So what the fuck is the point? What is the point of reacting? For what? It's fine if you react for 1 minute, but act like an adult, grow up, and get your shit together. Get a grip. And then push forward. If you get mad at your boss, are you going to sit there and just have nothing but an attitude for the rest of your employment? Because I'm going to tell you where that's going to head, to the unemployment line. No, you get over it. So if you're able to get over things, when you get mad at your child, do you just hate them for the rest of your life? Or do you get over it? And when you get over it, rather quickly. So get over this just as quick. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense why you guys cannot let the dumb shit go. Because, I see it all day long. Don't worry about it. I see it all fucking day long. All day long. Well, they're doing this. They're doing that. They're saying this. They're saying that. There's a... Who gives a shit? Who cares? You think I care? I don't care. Nope. What did you say? I'm sorry. There must be something wrong with my hearing for a second. Because I didn't hear what I wanted to hear. So if I didn't hear what I wanted to hear, guess what? I didn't hear shit. Yeah. I'm sorry, what? No. I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm going to keep going, and 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 I'm going to keep going. Because you know what? I'm going to keep going until I get exactly what I want. And exactly how I want it. And if we hit a little snag, a little bumpy in the road, you know what? That's fine. We're going to get through that too. And I'm going to get over that shit too. Over and over and over again. What the fuck does this look like? You're not on a fucking playground. You are not 12. You are not 12. You're a grown-ass adult. You've been through far more worse things in your entire life. And you can't let this stupid shit go like a juvenile adolescent. You're mad. You're all in your feelings. Oh, yeah? Get over it. I want you to get over it now. Get over it. There's nothing to waver on. For what? For what? Will you have maybe an intrusive thought from time to time? Yeah, of course. Will you react from time to time mentally? Should never verbally, but mentally? Yeah, of course. Will you have a negative thought from time to time? Yeah, of course. Will you want to tell him to go fuck himself every once in a while? Yeah, of course. But get over it. Instead, I told you what to do when any one of those instances come up. I don't need to tell you shit. Because I'm going to kindly be like, oh, I really got to go. We'll talk in a minute. Fuck you, you big piece of shit. Fuck you. Whatever I got to say. And then when I'm all done, perfect boyfriend. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. Then you call him back. He's like, yeah, you okay? Totally fine. Totally fine. The biggest gift. You want revenge? You want revenge? Here's what you can do to get your revenge on your SP. Show them the opposite of what they're expecting. They expect you to have an attitude? Not today, bruh. I'm very calm, cool, and collect. And then they're going to be like, are you okay? I'm absolutely amazing. Why are you acting that way? Acting like what? I'm great. Are you okay? That's the best way you'll get a reaction from them. That's the reaction I would want from my SP. I certainly wouldn't want him thinking I'm batshit ass crazy. Would you? No. So the best thing you can do is not react, because it's called a pattern interrupt. In fact, if you want to know what a pattern interrupt is and how to leverage it to work in your... This was only supposed to be a short life, but we'll hang out for a little bit longer. That's what happens when I'm alone. Here's a pattern interrupt. If you're with you and your SP and you want to stop something or get them to do something, this works anywhere, by the way. I told you guys you should watch Darren Brown on YouTube. He's very good at most of what he does is a pattern interrupt. Okay? Where basically you would do something, like let's say they're talking, you drop something, you're like, and then the second you drop it, you're in love with me. It takes them a minute. They're like, what did you say? You're like, nothing. Because they will do that. It's a pattern interrupt. It distracts their conscious mind, goes directly into their subconscious. Yeah, that's right. You can literally go anywhere. You can go to like a fast food. You guys should try this out. You can go anywhere to a fast food place or anything, and you can literally drop like your keys on the counter. And don't be all dramatic about it and just like slam them down. But like you could do something so little, like drop your change on the counter, like free cookie. Watch how quickly they give you what you just asked for. Because you pattern interrupted. Okay, you broke state. They're in this euphoric thing of blah, 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 blah. You're in love with me. I'm perfect. They'll be like, it'll take them a second. They'll be like, what? Nothing. All of a sudden they change. It's called a pattern interrupt. Look it up. Okay, but you can do that because that's all that is breaking patterns, pattern interrupting. Okay, check out Darren Brown on YouTube. He's got fascinating ass videos. He's all about NLP. That's his whole thing is NLP, and he does a lot of pattern interrupts, a lot of distracting the conscious mind to get the subconscious to do what he wants them to do, and it works on anyone. Take a note from his book. Watch. First of all, you'll find his videos completely fascinating. I became obsessed. I found his videos highly entertaining, first and foremost. But then second, you watch them and you're like, damn. Now don't go out and try some of the things he does, okay? Because I don't want you guys going to jail. And you're like, I saw this on Darren Brown's YouTube channel. They'll be like, what? Yeah, he went to a jewelry store and paid for jewelry with blank paper. Mm-hmm. He has people giving them things, wallets, things like that, because he's distracting them and then putting in an embedded command, right? He's doing a pattern interrupt. That's all. That's like the majority of what he's doing is he'll be talking to you. He'll be like, hey, can you hold me this? Can you hold me this? Can you hold me this? Can I get your keys? So now you're distracted because he's asking to hold this, hold this, hold this. He's like, can I get your keys? Can I get your wallet? And then before you know, they give him the wallet because he's consciously distracting them and then giving the command. It's called a pattern interrupt. You can get your SP to do whatever you want. Whatever you want. But, of course, if you're working with me or you're part of my WhatsApp group, you're going to learn how to do all that shit. I mean, why can't you have fun with your SPs? Where's the crime in that? Not only do you get your SP back, but now it's like, oh, honey, we're going to have a lot of fun together. I mean, I'm just saying. Life is about having fun, if you know what I mean. But you need to get over it. Mick. Mick, did you send me? You should have gotten my phone number. So you can message me and just put Mick or whatever. And if you did not, then DM me and then I will respond. Yeah, Darren Brown's an amazing patriot. You'll fucking love him. He's good. Yeah, his name's Darren Brown. Like Patriot spelled it. And you guys will like literally, yeah, his tours are freaking hilarious. He's hilarious. Where literally, I mean, he does hypnosis too. He does all NLP stuff. where he'll literally have you feel absolutely no pain, and he'll shove a needle through your thing. They feel nothing. So it's fascinating. If you want to join the WhatsApp group, the all links are in my bio. Naomi, how to manifest being a pop star headline Coachella someday. Take a page out of Jim Carrey's book. Okay. So one, you have to see yourself as being that person. Okay. So you have to see yourself as being the person that everybody loves. Like, everybody loves me. I'm the best freaking pop star in the world. You can tell yourself that. I'm the best pop star in the world. Everybody loves me. Everybody loves me. I'm the most in demand. I'm actually headlining Coachella this year. Okay. You have to see yourself as the best pop star ever. Let's take Britney Spears as an example. And I don't mean current, well, I love current Britney Spears. I'm not going to lie. But let's take Britney Spears in the beginning of her career, which when I was working at a food stand, somebody told me they thought it was her. I was like, yes, because that's where I'd be working at a water park food stamps or food funnel cake stand because I'm Britney Spears. But I'm not going to lie. I went and saw her comeback tour at the House of Blues. Yeah. Anyway, let's take Britney Spears, for example. Britney Spears thought she was the baddest bitch. That bitch could not sing a damn. Let's be honest. Let's be frank. Britney Spears has one of the worst voices ever when it comes to being a singer. Okay? Like Christina Aguilera blows her out the water. Hell, at this point, Jessica Simpson blew her out the water. Okay? But did that mean she wasn't like the biggest pop star during that time? No, she was. She couldn't sing for a damn. But it didn't matter. Because her assumptions are what manifested. She assumed she was the best. Therefore, she became the best. Okay? A lot of people, if you were to take out the background noise and have them actually sing, they can't sing for anything. Okay? So you have to first identify yourself as being the pop star headliner for Coachella. And then affirm for it. But you also need to, take aligned action. So it's like you can't be like, I want to be a pop star, but I'm never going to record a song and put it online. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Justin Bieber got discovered on YouTube, right? Because he believed he was the best. Put his shit on YouTube, and therefore, who was it? Usher found him? Okay? Don't sleep on the celebrities. You guys act like they don't go on social media. But anyway, so you have to see yourself as that person and then take the aligned action for that. To be that. Jim Carrey did that. He went and sat at the Hollywood sign. He wrote himself a check. And he went and sat every day at the Hollywood sign and imagined himself being an A-list celebrity, being the leading role in a movie. And obviously, we know how that panned out. Okay? So that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. Ooh, Sarah. Well, Sarah Marie, thank God you only sent the pictures. Now, did you get my phone number right this time? If you have Kamal's info or any of my admins, they have my phone number. Hey, Lynn's Mystic Vibes. Lynn's Mystic Vibes, I didn't see any unless you sent them a while ago, and I was just in there today. If you can message Kamal, that would be great, because then she can go ahead and hook you up, sister. Or send it again, and I'll respond when I see it. Right, yeah, there we go, Diamond, like J-Lo, right? Let's be honest. Half these fucking singers can't sing at all. I'm going to say it. Even I don't even think Beyonce can sing. If you take the entire Destiny's Child lineup, Kelly Rowland blew her out the water. 1,000,000%. But Beyonce thought she was the baddest bitch in that group. So who's thriving in their career? Beyonce. And she played the game well, we'll just say that. You gotta play take a page out of Beyonce's book. She believed she was the baddest bitch, and then she played the game. And she played the game better than the rest of her, what do they call them? Group mates? With the rest of her group mates? Huh? She married Jay-Z. Yeah, she got with Jay-Z. She played the game. Well played, bitch. Well played. Because let's be honest. That's right, Organically Zen Skincare. That is right. You got a chance, bitch. You got a chance. Yeah, there's a joke about Usher, right? That Usher's hot with a bag on his head. Yes, Patriot Vibes. Jim Carrey used manifestation. Yes, he visualized. He didn't visualize. He would imagine himself. He wrote himself a check. And he imagined himself being the leading role in a movie. He's very open about that story. Okay, and that's obviously everyone knows who that guy is. Okay, Sarah Maria. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Seen a doc about Michael Jackson. He did affirmations in the mirror about 100 million albums. Jack Canfield, in case you don't know him, he wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul. He's the one that's going to actually, spoiler alert, I'm coming out with a book, given my background. It's called Guilty Until Proven Innocent. Because you are not innocent until proven guilty. Pause real quick, because my door just blew open. We have a spirit. But anyway, Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hansen co-authored Chicken Soup for the Soul. And Mark Victor Hansen has agreed to co-author my book that's going to be just like Chicken Soup for the Soul, but it's going to be called Guilty Until Proven Innocent, because in the States, you are definitely not innocent until proven guilty. It is the opposite. Okay? I can make any accusation I want about anybody, and they will come and arrest you first. You have to prove you're innocent. I don't have to prove you're guilty. Okay? So anyway, that's neither here nor there. But anyway, he said that too. He said, I will sell 1.5 million copies of Chicken Soup for the Soul. And he gave him a deadline. He sold 1.3. But that launched his entire career as who he is now. And if you don't know who he is, he's one of the biggest people in the personal development space, which, not to toot my own horn, but I've spoken on stage with him. Yeah, what, bitch? Yeah. You're in the presence of greatness. I am a speaker. Fun fact about me. I'm going to be going around speaking about manifestation now. But I've spoken on stages with, if you're in the manifestation world, you should know who Dr. Joe Vitale is. I've spoken with him. I've spoken on stage with him. So, and then Forbes Riley, Lisa Nichols, Sharon Lecter, all the people. Kevin Harrington interviewed me, just so you know. He interviewed me on my business, my old business, before. And Kevin Harrington is the fun fact about Kevin Harrington. First of all, he's the original shark on Shark Tank. But fun fact about him, I had no idea he was the creator of As Seen on TV. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Hey, Jerika. Oh, look, Ren. You decided to ditch your other profile and come into your regular profile? Good. Now keep this profile. That's right. You're in charge, Ren, okay? You're in charge. Let me get this, but let me clarify with you, Ren. You're in charge here. Okay? Here is where you're in charge. You are not to come across as thirsty and needy anymore. Do you understand? Now, I personally think I could be a complete mogul singer. My boyfriend doesn't share in the sentiments. Because like he'll like throw out something and I'll be like, we'll finish each other's song, if you will. We'll finish each other's song. Like he'll throw out the first lyric and I'll throw out the second one if I know it. But I will tell you, I'm not very good. I don't know. I feel like it is a superpower if you can quote lines from a movie. I feel like that's a superpower. And maybe it's just how my mind works. But I'll watch a movie 10 times. I'll literally see the same movie 10 times and not be able to quote not one lyric from a movie. Now, if it's a song, I got it all day, baby. I got it all day. Right? Like Grease is my favorite movie. And then leave it to my boyfriend to try and call me out. He like throws out a line from the movie. And he's like, what did he say? I was like, I don't fucking know. And I've seen that movie like hundreds of times. I was like, I don't know. But if you want me to sing the songs, don't even get it twisted. Because you're the one that I want. The one that I want. So I think it's a superpower if you can if you can literally recall a name from one line from the movie. You're one up on me. I'll see the movie 15,000 times. Organically Zen Skincare. The name is Darren Brown. Darren Brown. Yeah, you'll love him. Be careful because you're going to go down that rabbit hole. And if you guys want a really funny, if you guys want something funny to watch on YouTube, because we all need a little humor in our life, Ownage Pranks. Own, A-G-E, Own Age Pranks. It's one word, Ownage Pranks. This guy is so talented. Like, it's one person who has about 9 different accents. He'll have you convinced that he is Indian, Middle Eastern, a redneck, African American, whatever it is that you want. He is the king of accents, but he phone pranks people, and his thing is to try and keep on the phone as long as he can, and his stuff will have you dying though. He's good. I think he's funny. I'm trying to help you guys out, have a little, humor in your life instead of going down manifestation rabbit hole with all kinds of false bullshit. At least you can get a little joke in your life. Ownage Pranks is hilarious. It's hilarious. Because he gets them. He gets them to stay on the phone like a cool minute. Like, all kinds of different things he does. And he'll have you, Ownage Pranks, the guy will have you dying because he's freaking hilarious. Glitter Sparkles and Annie. Does anyone remember the movie Annie? I messed with Annie. Mm-hmm. Okay, Pop, what do we got, girl? I don't want to make this an assumption, but why does my 3D seem so delayed? It's not delayed. It's delayed, but a day. It's not like delayed. So if you're not seeing something in the 3D, there's a couple reasons for that. One is either you're not consistent and you're wavering a lot, or 2 is you're not seeing movement because you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Okay, so I had these assumptions. So like, we'll use me for example. I had these assumptions. This is well before I was robotically affirming. Okay. But I had certain assumptions about, like, we'll say gutter trash. And so while I was going down this whole law of attraction rabbit hole, what I didn't know until we were back in contact is that the assumptions I had already about that were playing out the entire time behind the scenes. The entire time behind the scenes. I just had no idea. I had no idea. For what? 8 months. Yeah. I had no idea. And so it wasn't until we were back in contact, obviously, that all of that was confirmed. So it's like, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But I promise when you guys get back together and you guys are constantly talking, you're constantly spending time together, it will all be confirmed. It will all be confirmed. And you'll be like, damn, I spent all this time wavering. Now, how long it will take is entirely up to you. And can you discipline your mind? Okay, can you discipline your mind? If you're not getting, if you're not getting movement quickly, it is because somewhere you have an obstacle that you've created. Somewhere you're viewing something as a circumstance, or you are not seeing the version of your SP that would do all the things you want him to do, and affirming for that and expecting that behavior from him. Okay, so there's like 5 different things that could be what I don't quote me on the 5. I just made a number up. But there's numerous things, there we go, that could be why you're not seeing the movement, which is why it appears there's a delay, but there's not. The 3D is constantly confirming, 24/7. 24/7, the 3D is confirming. So if it isn't what you want to see, it's feedback. It's feedback. So that's where you're like, okay, hold on a minute. I think I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm doing pretty good. So if I'm not seeing the movement though, and it's been like, we'll say like, some of you bitches will be like, oh, you know what? I had a terrible attitude the other day. I had a terrible attitude for the past 6 months about my SP, but today I got a grip and I got it together. Where the fuck is it? That's stupid. Okay, that's stupid. And so, but if you'll persist, there's nothing that can stop it. So if you'll persist forward, no matter what you see and look at everything as feedback and say, okay, if the 3D is not confirming, then I need to go in my mind palace and I need to start checking in here and thinking, and I need to start becoming aware of what I'm actually thinking. Because if I'm not seeing something somewhere, I'm wavering. Somewhere I'm inconsistent in my thoughts. I'm inconsistent with the version of my SP. I'm reacting to shit, and then all of a sudden I get it together and I wonder why it's not here in 24 hours. It's Mimi. That's what you guys don't get. That's what you guys don't get. You guys will sit there 90% of the time, whine, bitch, moan, groan, check, waver, and persist in bad version of SP. And then for 10 minutes a day, you'll get a grip. And then tomorrow you're like, where's it at? That's not how this shit works. That's not how it works. What part of what pushes out is your most, what's that word? Oh, that's right. Dominant thoughts. Your dominant thoughts are what push out, not your random little everyday thoughts, unless they're negative. For some reason, that shit pushes out. But it's your dominant thoughts that are what pushes out over and over and over again. And then you'll have some random thought that you won't give any more attention to, and it pushes out. So we have to leverage both and say, okay, if my most dominant thought pushes out, then I need to check my most dominant thoughts. What are they? What am I spending? What am I doing most of my day? Am I bitching about my SP? Am I looking at him in a bad light, not his perfect boyfriend? Am I not expecting certain behavior from him? Am I just having a victim mentality 90% of my day and then 10% I get it right? And then, okay, if random things that I say also push out because I didn't give it a second thought, then how can I leverage that too? How can I leverage that too? Because you know that a lot of the things that's both positive and negative, right? It's the law of opposites. So both your positive and negative shit is always pushing out. But it's those random little thoughts that you'll randomly have that you'll think nothing about it again. That's also pushing out. So then how can you leverage that? And how can you just say something one time and have it push out? What if I could just say something, move about my day, never think about it again, and have it manifest? Just like a lot of you guys could have only thought about your breakup one time and then boom, there it is. Because you never give it another thought. You never questioned it. You just said it. You weren't like, well, how's that going to work? How's this going to happen? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? You weren't checking. You weren't doing. This is why random thoughts and random things that you speak, this is why they push out. Because you didn't think about it again. You didn't question it. You didn't check. You didn't waver from it. Overthink it. You didn't do any of that shit. You literally just said it and moved on with your life and never thought about it again. Not again. So if you never thought about it again, that means there was never a time to waver on shit. What were you going to waver on? You never thought about it again. There's nothing to check because you never thought about it again. There's nothing to question. Never thought about it again. And then, poof, manifested. So spend some time and think about how you can leverage that in your manifestation to say, okay, I'm just going to say something one time to myself. You don't have to say it to anybody. I said it to myself in my car. So it's like, I'm just going to say something one time, or I'm just going to do something one time or whatever. And then, or I'm going to think something one time and then I'm never going to just never think about it again. Have a game plan, but don't tell yourself that before you do it. Okay. Have a game plan and then just don't tell yourself that. And then just throw something random out there and then just keep it pushing. And watch it show up. Watch it show up. It will. It happens all the freaking time to me. And it happens all the time to you bitches too. Because you never thought about it again. What up, Mimi Jitka? Nice to have you here, girl. We're an acquired taste around here, just so you know. We are very much an we are very much an acquired taste around here. But you know why we're acquired taste? We're a fine wine around here, an acquired taste, because we say whatever we want and we get whatever we want, and we don't apologize for shit. We course correct and we pick our big girl panties up and we move forward. Okay? You need to understand that. You need to understand that. Bird before land, though. Hey, Emily girlfriend. Bird before lands, though. I don't give a damn. It means that it's here. Here. Oh, yeah, Organically Skincare. You got to go check him out on the past life regression. He has one of those, too. Thanks, I'm Kitty girlfriend. You've been watching that, too, Best Creator? I thought I was the only one that knew about Odin's pranks. I mean, other than the, other millions of followers, subscribers that he has. But you know what? No, I was the only one that knew. So that's what did we learn? What did we learn? Let me tell you what you learned. You learned Casey, look, Casey. Clearly you did not learn, but that's okay. Because I'm pretty sure quite a few people on here also did not learn, because I'm pretty convinced at this point, half the time I just talk to my whole fucking self. I just talk to my whole fucking self. Kayla, register for your pause. They have this stupid fucking pause thing where they have to go, and we won't get started on that.
What?
Register for your pause.
I did.
Okay, cool. Bye. They have this thing where it's like a floating hour where you have to go do schoolwork and shit, like a free period but not free period. And I said, you should make people that aren't on the Superintendent Honor Roll Award, you should make them do that shit. But why would you make straight A students do that? That's stupid. Yes, prima donna, that's exactly what I'm saying. Is me and my SP were in no contact for 8 months. 8 months, no contact, didn't even have his phone number. So if I wanted to contact him, I could not. And he is not on social media like that. So he has one account. That's it. So couldn't contact me even if I tried. And I didn't even know his Instagram at that time. Yeah, because it's not his name. And even if it was his name, he has like the world's most common name. Well, in his culture, it could like literally, it may as well have been John Smith, okay? And I tried all the law of attraction shit. None of it worked. And it wasn't until I decided to robotically affirm that we broke no contact because he gave me his phone number. He went out of his way to give me his phone number because he could have just texted me, but he did not. He wanted to let me know he was going to shoot the digits. And then we ended up talking, and yeah, we were back together in 4 weeks. Living together, in 4 weeks. Obviously, back together. See, that's what I'm saying. White the blonde, why wouldn't your affirmation get spoken out about them? Oftentimes, they will repeat your affirmations depending upon what they are. But Casey, what you're going to stop doing, what all of you guys are going to stop doing is excuse me. What can we not say about gutter trash? I said she was lazy. She is, but it backfired today. Dawn, lazy is not a strong enough identity for gutter trash. So what you would say is, what is something, we had a member actually interview her SP. I thought that shit was clever. But what is something about your SP that you know is a complete deal breaker for him? Well, that's not her. Or what is a strong identity that's going to definitely build a wedge? I like crazy. Okay, she's batshit ass crazy. She's a raging bitch. She's got anger issues. Things like that. Do you know why those are successful when it comes to manifesting your SP, for creating the wedge between gutter trash and SP? It is because most men want peace in their life. Most men want peace in their life. So when gutter trash comes and you give her the identity of being a raging bitch, crazy, and anger issues, guess what? His world becomes not peaceful. Yes, that's why those are strong identities. Because most people want peaceful relationships. They don't want chaos relationships. They don't want drama. They don't want all that shit. And so when you create this person to be all about that life, well, it's like a repellent. He's like, no, thank you. Just kind of like, how you repelled him when you were acting unstable and creating chaos in their life. Same thing. They were like, nah. Well, when you do that, when gutter trash becomes that, guess what he does? Same thing he did. No, I don't think so. Not that life. I'm just going to ignore some people because I don't like, I feel like some of you guys I'm gonna start ignoring. And it's not being mean. Don't get your panties in a bunch. I don't know, Marwan, what you mean. How can you manifest someone who broke 3 restraining orders? If they broke them, isn't that like a good thing? Let this inspire you if you have a restraining order. But the reason I say this is because I swear, I am so tired of, I am so tired of hearing, does manifesting a person work? He is on a drinking. I'll tell you what I'm tired of hearing in a second, because I'm about to bow out in about 10 minutes, because I have to clean these fucking sheets. Does manifesting your person work when he's on a drinking binge? Yes, Dawn, it does. It doesn't, their state doesn't matter, okay? Their state doesn't matter if they're on a drinking binge, but do you want him to stop drinking? Okay? It's all about how you describe him. So you can go in whole story mode about everything that you love about your SP, okay? Everything that makes him amazing, but then also make sure that you throw in there that actually He doesn't like to drink anymore. In fact, the smell of alcohol makes him want to vomit. Okay? If you don't want him to go on a drinking binge. I mean, thank you, Bevy. I mean, you guys do know that you guys don't change your TikTok names, right? You would have a better chance to get away with the bullshit comments you guys might like to leave sometimes if we were on the fucking tube of you. Okay? Because if we're on YouTube, I don't know who is who. Because your YouTube and TikTok names are not the same. But on here, I'm very well aware of who the fuck you are. So don't come in here acting all brand new and shit. Use your dummy account for that. Duh. Yes, I manifested in steps, Divine Valley. I don't come on here and teach you anything I didn't do. I tried living in the end. That shit was stupid and it doesn't work. And so I manifested back in steps, and that's what allowed to manifest quickly. So I'm never going to come on here and teach you something else that I saw in a fucking YouTube video that I didn't do. That shit's phony and fake, and I don't like it. There's too many people doing that. They can go ahead and do that. I don't do that here. I only teach what works, which is why I manifested my ISP back from no contact to living with me in 4 weeks, which is why I have helped hundreds of people by now in a little over 60 days manifest massive movement with their SP if they didn't even get back together already, which is why we've taken handfuls of people from no contact to back together in less than a week. All that shit, because I only teach what works. Okay. So yes, I manifest back in steps. I'll swear by it. It works. And this is what gets people movement. A lot of people are lying to themselves when they sit there and say, yes, I keep thinking that I was married. Cool. How long did it take for you to manifest? Because somebody out there saying that, I said, well, did she ever tell you how long it took for her to manifest her SP back? She thought about it. She goes, no, actually, I don't think she's ever said that. I'm sure she hasn't. Because it could have taken her fucking years. No. Who the fuck is trying to do this shit for years? I'm trying to move on. Okay? I got big plans in years. If you think I'm going to do this, if you think I'm trying to get contact with my SP for years, are you insane? No. We're going to have a whole new world together in years. I'm not about to try and break no contact for 2 years. The fuck? Can you give us an example of robotic affirmation? Yeah, so you guys should be having... So you don't have to necessarily robotically affirm. Did I? Yes. But I robotically affirmed because it kept my thoughts in check. That's the only reason why. So I was like, I'd rather affirm than flip my thoughts. That's what I'd rather do. It's just who I am. So I found it easier. But you didn't robotically affirm for your breakup. So you don't have to robotically affirm necessarily for your makeup. You just have to persist in the version of your SP, which is what they don't talk about. You have to persist in the version of your SP that you expect them to be for you. Keyword is expect. And what I don't understand is why that's difficult. Because you already experienced that with them before. Okay? You already experienced that behavior from them before, so you don't have to like guess and try to figure it out and be like, how in the hell did I see him before? No, this is not work. This is not work. It's not. It's a state of being. It's a state of knowing. You knew them back then. It's not like that person just died and now you've got an asshole and there's nothing you can do about it. That's not how that works. You've already experienced your perfect person before. Hello. You already experienced that person before, so you're just tapping back into that experience. That's it. That's it. You're not making this shit up in a fantasy world like, what would I like? Yeah, that's cool. If you're manifesting somebody new, you need to get clear on what it is that you like or what qualities. But this is not something that you have to try. You already know this person. So you leverage what you know about them. You all, every one of you right now know your person. This isn't, with the exception of a couple. You all have dated this person. You've been in a relationship with this person. You know them. So leverage what you know about them. That's what you need to do. Leverage what you already know about them. Tap back into that person. Because when you were in the euphoric, you have to think when your relationship was great. You didn't question the shit that you're questioning now. You weren't over here like, how do I get a text from this motherfucker? How do I get him to contact me? You weren't doing any of that. You just knew he was going to contact you. You knew how he was going to contact you. You knew the tonality he was going to give you. You knew you knew when he was going to see you. Of course, you didn't question when he was like, I want to take you on a date on Friday, your very first date. You weren't like, is he going to show up? Or is this really going to happen? Is he really going to show up? I don't know. You didn't do any of that. So you don't have to do anything now. Different. You just need to decide that that's my person. That's what I want. Those are the qualities I want again. And that's the relationship I want again. But this time, I'm going to run the relationship very different than I ran it before. That's it. That's all. Not hard. Not hard. That's your problem. That is your problem. If you will persist and only see the good in them, and how is that? I'm sorry. Like, how the fuck is that a challenge? To see the good in the person that you love. To see the one that you love. To see him doing the things that you loved him doing in the beginning. That you never questioned. Therefore, it kept coming, and it kept coming, and it kept coming, and it kept coming, and it kept coming. And then what happened to your relationship? It escalated, got more intense, got more fiery. Because you were just in that euphoric high of, this is my person, and we're great. We are fucking great. Please do, Chanel. We're absolutely amazing. And you were in that whole euphoric high. Therefore, it pushed out over and over and over again. It wasn't until your relationship, you started to get a little tumultuous, a little freaking more arguing, a little bit more disagreements, that you started changing how you saw this person, started changing what you expected from this person based on conversations you've had, things that they've said. And then what happened? You went from this to this. So all you have to do is go back to the point in your fucking relationship where you were on the rise, not on the fucking decline. But now it's like you guys are like in the middle of the ocean trying to stay afloat. Well, bitch, you know what you need to do right now? Go swim your ass to shore. You're not fucking Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Go swim your ass to shore right now. Stop staying afloat on a little floaty device in the middle of the fucking ocean. Go get to shore right now and go get your fucking man. That's what you need to do. They're waiting for you. I've told you this. They are literally waiting for you. And I told you, everyone is manifesting 100% of the time. Someone right now is manifesting your SP. Who's going to win? You or some gutter trash bitch? The difference is you know what you're doing. You're consciously manifesting your SP. Gutter trash bitch is just living in the moment. They're just living in the moment. Where they think your man is hot. Yeah, they're just having a good time. And that's what manifests. So get your shit together. Because I play to win. And because you're here, I know you play to win. So what in the fuck are you doing? You want to wait another 10 years, another 15 years, so that therefore they go and find somebody else, and now you got a whole fucking shit show mess? Or do you want to grow up now and be like, you know what? That's it. I'm good. This is a wrap. I'm going to lock it in. I'm going to do what I need to do, play my part, and let's go. I'm going to go get my man. I'm going to go get my woman. I'm going to go get my husband, go get my wife. I'm going to go get whatever I want from this person. Just like you did back then. Just like you did back then. You didn't have to ask them to do this stupid shit, did you? Well, will you please text me tomorrow? You didn't ask them to do that. I need you to communicate with me more. You didn't ask them to do that shit either. You didn't ask them to do none of that stuff because you were enjoying the ride. You were enjoying the moment. But now, you guys have a hard time enjoying the moment. It fucking shit is stupid. It's stupid. It's annoying. It's very annoying. Which is why I told you that now I have to add a second part to, I don't know how much more you want me to do. Okay? I told my members today, I said, if you work with me, if you want me to manifest for you one-on-one coaching, here's the thing. It's cool. I'm gonna help you because I'm really good at it. I'm actually very good at it. I'm actually probably one of the best at it, to be quite honest, when it comes to SPs. So I'm going to now, it doesn't matter if you want the whole manifestation bundle pack, right? Where I'm going to manifest for you. You're going to get text coaching, text coaching, one-on-one calls with me, and the whole fucking works. That's cool. If you want one-on-one coaching and you just want a one-on-one call with me, that's cool too. I'm going to help you regardless. But I'm now also going to be affirming for you too, because this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Where you guys just get so in your feelings every fucking, you guys act like you're walking around with just bipolar. You're just bipolar. One minute you're great, the next minute you're all caved in. One minute you're great, the next minute you're all fucking crying on the floor, pouting like a child. Then 1 minute you're great, the next minute you're spiraling. 1 minute you're great, the next minute you're just wavering. 1 minute you're great. It's fucking dumb. It is so dumb. I tell you, my 14-year-old daughter's more mature than you guys. And you're grown-ass fucking adults. You are literally grown-ass adults. She's half your age. No, she's not even half your age. Excuse me. She's 14. And, of course I am Yesenia. Hello. Why wouldn't I, girl? I am your hype woman, girl. That's because Yesenia is hot. And she's off the market. Because her man is coming. And he's coming to see her now. Because she don't wait for shit. Yeah. I could quit with the F words, but that wouldn't be my personality. Sorry. It's not my personality. My mom hates it, though. So you're not alone. She hates it. She hates it. But just how I talk. Sorry. But anyway, yes, you guys need to get it together. Okay? Yeah. Thanks, Becky. Those are my people. You guys need to get it together. Okay? You need to get it together because no one wants to see you with your SP other than, well, actually, than me. No one wants to see you with your SP more than I do. Okay? Even some of your family don't want to see you. Don't want to see your SP. So I want to see you win, okay? I told you my goal is to break the internet to where we shut all of these frauds and phony people down because you know what? At the end of the day, I'll be like, no, you have a 93% success rate. Okay, show me the proof. I have 100%. Period. So there's that part. And that's my goal for you. That's my goal for you. But I'm not going to sit here. If you think I'm going to sit here and listen to you give bullshit excuses all day long and freaking get in your own heads all day long and to continue to obsess over the blocked button, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that in any sense of that word. If you think that I'm going to sit there and you're going to come on here and be like, they blocked me. And then tomorrow you're going to come on here and be like, they blocked me again. And I'm going to be like, I already know your story, bitch. I don't need you to keep acknowledging the block button. I don't need you to keep acknowledging it because as long as you keep it there, guess what happens? You keep it right in place. So get a fucking grip. Get a grip. This is in life. Are you going to cave, fold, and let life to continue to happen to you? Or are you going to grab it by its fucking balls and get what you want? And get it when you want it. You're the only one. You're the only one. that can get what you want. It's Mimi, get a grip. Get a grip now. You need to get out of your heads and just be. Just be that same person that you were. That confident ass bitch that got what she wants. Your man. Your woman. And that's it. That's all. And if you think I'm going to let somebody ever in life think that they have any kind of place in my reality taking what's mine, I don't fucking think so. I don't think so. They can try. But better luck next time, bitch. Checkmate. Checkmate. Because I'll always win. I will always win. This is my reality. So I don't think so. I don't fucking think so. But there's never a moment that you guys should fucking be spiraling. Never in life is there a moment you should be spiraling. Never. Because if you're spiraling, that means you are not doing what I told you to do. And you need to get a fucking grip. Get a grip now. Because don't worry. Don't even trip. I already know when I come on air tomorrow, there will be a handful of people, unless you fucking know, that will still give me all their sappy little sad stories. And that's okay. That's what I'm here for. But I'm here to help you, not listen to you whine, bitch, moan, groan, and complain. I'm here to help you get results. Period. That's right, Brittany. It's because you're a boss bitch, girl. I'm here to help you get results. Do you understand? So I want you all now to understand that this is how it goes. You're going to grow up. You're going to act like an adult, act like a woman, act like a man. Act like the person that your person loves, wants to be with, who's obsessed over you, who chases you, who wants nothing more than to be with you. You are the love of their fucking life. They cannot stay away from you. They cannot stand to be away from you. They cannot imagine their life without you in it, bitch. Do you understand? Cannot imagine your life without you in it. Now, I'm hungry because I have been busy. I did my live event. Then I came on here because y'all are pissing me off. And now I'm starving. What I'm hungry for, I don't know. I never know. Sourdough burger sounded good. Like a patty melt, but I make it my way. I don't fucking know. I'm conflicted. Probably settle for pizza. I don't know. That's right, girl. Except I only use this on TikTok. I'm not fucking weird. Okay, I'm not weird. I use this on TikTok. But in real life, no. It's called a shot glass. Do I fast sometimes? God no, self. I used to. But God no. Mm-mm. I mean, well, that's a lie. I do fast. I fast for 8 hours a day when I'm sleeping. That's my fasting schedule. Ooh, Yesenia, you made chicken soup, girl? Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds good. I could have chicken stew, but I've had it for 2 days now. But I'll fuck with it all day. My boyfriend brought a dozen donuts home. Don't tell him, but I gave 4 of them to the fucking neighbor. It's like, who's eating a dozen donuts? I gave 4 of them to the neighbor. He's like, dang, you ate a lot. I was like, I know. I ate a lot in my mind. How do you know if someone is manifesting you? You don't, Your Majesty. I like the name. You do not know if someone is manifesting you. Ooh. Crispy tacos do sound good. Oh, that sounds really good. Oh, man, I'm going to have to figure it out. I might be on my own for dinner. I'm going to have to figure it out. You don't know when somebody's manifesting you. You feel nothing. So you won't. Somebody asked me if I could bring my boyfriend on here, and first of all, no. And second of all, would he say what he felt? They feel nothing. Everything that you do is your idea, even though it's probably being instructed by somebody else, right? So if you're manifesting your SP, they don't know. They have no idea because everything is their idea. So they don't know that you're doing anything. unless you verbalize. And if you verbalize, it's a command. But I told you guys, you don't have to worry about it, because if everybody in my life knows what I do and it still works, hello. That's because they don't got a choice. They don't have a choice but to conform, because this is your world. So embrace it and own it. Do you understand? Now, I will be live like I am, with the exception of today. I'm live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, you can go ahead and follow me on, or subscribe to my YouTube channel. I always post them every single day on the tube of you. While you're there, subscribe, watch them, mute the volume. I don't care. Engage with them. Help me get my watch hours up. They also do encourage engagement so that I can show more people that they're in control, and it's all about leveraging the law, not following the law, to work in our favor, and so I can get past all the false information out there. And then also, if you're interested in having me manifest for you, or you want one-on-one coaching with me, I'm at your pleasure. We have text coaching, I have guided meditation, sleep hypnosis, whatever it is that you want. All links are in my bio. So take a chance on yourself. You wasted enough time and you've hired enough fucking psychics and tarot card readings and all that stupid shit. And how'd that work out for you? I don't think it worked out very well, because you still don't have your SP yet. So stop hiring psychics and tarot card readers and all that shit, and actually do something that works, okay? Do you need to manifest in steps like getting in contact first and eventually the relationship after? Jessie Messy. I'll answer your question lastly. You're not manifesting for only contact. Okay, that's a long road. That's stupid. We want assumptions to already be. Creating while we're affirming for contact. So you would be affirming, he is so obsessed with me. I'm all he ever thinks about, leading to contact. He's always calling and texting me, contact. He's constantly spending time with me. He'll do anything to be with me right now. All of those are your robotic affirmations, and then you just loop them. Okay, because while you're affirming for contact, once you get contact, this is what speeds everything up, because now you've already been working on, we're always spending time together, and he'll do anything to be with me. Okay, and then you don't drop an affirmation until it becomes a known fact for you and an expectation. Then when it does that, then you move on and add the next step after that. All right? All right, besties, I love you. Oh, James, I love you, buddy. All right, I love you guys, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, besties.